tell my teammates, baby, we're Super Bowl champs, baby, let's go.
It appears that the wrong team won.
Clear your slate Monday night. The sequel has finally arrived. We're looking for Empire, Godfather 2, Terminator 2, Dark Knight. Hard to pull off when the opener was a classic.
That might be the best Super Bowl ever, right? You deserve that right there.
Thing is, though, this is the 2023 number one seed in the NFC.
What Bill Parcells say you are, what your record says you are, so we're in a good spot right now.
Lined up against the number one seed in the AFC.
I don't even know what to tell you.
Eagles hit their bye with a huge statement win over one of their rivals.
Just going to throw in the end zone. Its catch is made by Lamb, but he's short! The Eagles will win it!
We play a physical brand of football, and that was on display tonight.
The Chiefs did the same. Maybe not a true rival, but statement made by KC's defense.
Tagovailoa! He's sacked!
That's a great offense, and for them to hold them to 14 points where I fumbled in our own area. For 7 of those points.
That's right. Beyonce would tell you, KC football in 2023 is all about that D.
I mean, it's got to be a top defense in the NFL.
Second fewest points per game allowed.
Tyreek Hill hit right in the stomach, fumbles the ball, picked up by Kansas City, up the sideline. Here comes Brian Cook, touchdown!
Philadelphia football, all about that O-face, tied for third in points per game.
Four-man pressure, Hurts going deep for the end zone. Devontae Smith has got it!
Look, Chiefs Kingdom, Eagles are a balanced offensive team. They just haven't been as efficient on the ground this year as last year. The feature presentation to their attack, A.J. Brown.
We just trying to find a way to win, and I think that's just what we're doing.
Hurts keeps it. A.J. Brown makes a move, and he's in for the touchdown.
It's on now. It's on after this bye week.
Was asked recently, who is the MVP at the halfway point? I came up with AJ. I'm not an Eagles fan. He's had one game where he didn't make a significant difference. He's made significant differences against top-tier secondaries too, like Dallas and the Jets.
Complete A.J. Brown. Breaks the tackle at the 35, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10, 5, and he is out of bounds at the 1.
Well, the Chiefs have a top-tier secondary too. Took on the Miami Maddens, took on the Cheetah, put him in a cage, 7.8 yards per catch.
Y'all had a good ass plan, bro. I love it, bro. I love it, bro.
62 yards. Hill said if he scored, he'd yell at Andy Reid, "You shouldn't have traded me."
And again, Kansas City swarms to the football. No gain on the play.
Reid's like, "Sorry, can't hear you. These Germans are really loud, and I have 2 rings stuffed in my ears." You don't remember the second one, though. L'Jarius Sneed, he's no joke, man. Versus Miami's high-flying aerial attack, 0 yards allowed. 54.9 rate allowed for 2023. Very few cornerbacks have a lower rate, and he's a traveling man.
And Herbert has a pass that's going to be knocked up in the air. Intercepted. L'Jarius Sneed will get the interception.
Okay, it's worth mentioning, Brown and the Eagles passing attack faced the previous number 1 cornerback, Deron Bland, versus Philadelphia, a 128.3 rating, and they beat him for 2 TDs.
They've got one-on-one coverage on the outside with Skinny Batman, and he just runs right by Deron Bland.
Jalen Hurts, the dude that attacked Bland, he has those Quintana vibes going. It doesn't matter to Jalen.
You know, it was a gritty win. It was a gritty win. It was a tough win.
He comes in on a 3-game 100 rate streak, 8 TDs, 1 pick in his last 3.
Hurts a first down throw. Hit as he throws for ground downfield. AJ got it!
What exactly is Hurts facing, and how has he done versus this kind of defense? Kansas City doesn't blitz a lot. They don't apply tons of pressure. They let their front 4 do most of the work.
Herbert again in the shotgun. She's trying to twist and get after him. They got him! Herbert's down!
And they come up with their fair share of splash plays. They were tied for 2nd in sacks at their break, 4th in QB hits, and one of the highest sack rates in the game.
Tagovailoa! He's sacked by Turk Warden! A loss of 10!
Their bag leader, George Karlaftis, 2nd-year dude, 6 bags.
3rd and 4. Here comes Karlaftis. It's a fumble!
KC moves their outside guys around. Michael Dana, the other outside guy, 5.5 sacks.
Blocked by Powers. Karlaftis almost had him. Finished off by Dana.
And their star QB Hunter, DT Chris Jones, 5.5 as well.
Cousins a blitz. They wrap him up and sack him. Chris Jones comes inside.
Hurts' style comes with taking sacks, over 2 sacks taken per game. Their line is good though, but if you're looking for the best entry point, it's left tackle Jordan Mailata, who's given up 6 bags. No one else on the team has allowed 3.
And he just wins with speed. Jordan Mailata, the left tackle. Jalen Hurts doesn't see it. He's lucky he was able to recover that.
Philadelphia will be hampered offensively because tight end Dallas Goedert is out. He hasn't factored too often, though. Philadelphia has been a Brown-Smith joint through the air.
Hey, let's go, man. Get this first. Let's go.
Devontae has given him 60 yards per game on average. Smith, Hurts, Brown facing a pass defense that's held it down, have a top 10 rating versus wide receivers, and overall top 10 in completion percentage allowed, yards per attempt, yards per completion, yards per game, holding quarterbacks to a sub-90 rating.
Stands in and delivers here. Tipped and it's intercepted. It is picked off. Mike Edwards, a former Buck, has it.
Eagles' run game still very much has to be accounted for. The fact they make it 1st and 9 every time they have the ball is always an issue.
Brotherly shove time. It shoves them in by 2 yards. Touchdown, Philadelphia.
Their rush attack otherwise hasn't made a huge impact in most games. DeAndre Swift, though, sitting at 4.5 yards per carry.
He scores again. Listen, they line up for the shove. They fake shove. Give it to Swift off the left side, and he's in for the touchdown.
Only 68 yards per contest. The run game hasn't been the same without Miles Sanders, but he could very well star versus Kansas City. They don't play the run well. Gave up 7.1 per carry to Raheem Mostert the last time they played. Fits their Will Ferrell body of work versus backs for 2023.
There's a handoff to Mostert. Mostert still on his feet, and he gets it past midfield.
So that side of things is a strength versus strength matchup. Oddly, the other side of the coin is a CMC Music Factory matchup. Things that make you go,
Offensively, we did some great things, and then we sputtered at times.
In KC's case, they're not bad offensively, top 10 on 3rd down and in yards per game.
Mahomes with the edges rushing around him, finds McKinnon. Jarrett McKinnon. Touchdown.
13th in points per game isn't up to par for them, though. 17 turnovers, only one team had more after 9 weeks.
We can get a lot better as an offense, and I think if the offense gets to where I think it can be, we'll be a hard team to beat.
Patrick Mahomes is still racking up passing yards by the bunches. He's 6th in yards per game.
There he is, Valdez Scantling. He dives, and he's in for the touchdown.
But 8 INTs, has a higher interception rate than he's ever had, lowest TD rate he's ever had, fewest yards per game in his career, lowest rate he's ever had.
It's intercepted. It's picked off on the play. It's the second Kansas City turnover in as many possessions.
Mahomes hasn't been pressured much either. It's about the Chiefs' wide receivers. The rating on balls thrown to KC wideouts this season, 84.9. And now we're to the Philadelphia defense, which is also in the discussion. They've allowed a 99 rate to wide receivers, 14 touchdowns.
Chuckling up towards Crowder in the end. Yes. Caught it. Touchdown. Touchdown, Washington.
Worse yet, they are a tight end's dream. A 130.5 rate allowed to the position, 5 TDs.
Quick throw. Ferguson is in. Touchdown, Dallas.
That is problematic so long as Travis Kelce makes it back from that Sia concert in South America.
Living the dream, baby.
Kelce's still very much the centerpiece to KC's passing attack.
They're going to fake a handoff. Now they're going to go on a pass inside and dragging into the end zone. Touchdown!
Let's go!
Okay, I know I've been saying it wrong over and over here. It's actually Sia.
That's going to be on the What Not to Do tape.
Moving on. Can Philadelphia's pass rush tilt things? Eagles have one of the highest pressure rates. Jalen Carter, 4 sacks from the inside. Josh Sweat with 6.5.
Pressure. He's in trouble. He's sacked. Josh Sweat gets home.
Hassan Reddick, their bag leader, with 7.5.
Pressure on Prescott from Reddick, who takes him down. Hassan Reddick gets home.
Reddick is more often than not on the right, Sweat on the left. Chiefs O-line, fewest sacks allowed in the NFL. No one on their line has given up more than 2 this season.
Now pass caught, 40-yard line, wide open 30, at the 25 to the 20. This is Kelce, 15-10, and gets tackled at the 5-yard line.
Mahomes' legs are certainly part of that, and he's using them more than ever to pick up key first downs.
As Mahomes is running for it, and this is going to be another conversion. There it is.
Rush defense, whether versus quarterbacks or running backs, hasn't really been a problem for the Eagles. Isaiah Pacheco hit the break with a 4.2 yard per carry average, almost 60 yards per game. He's the afterthought, but he's a nice afterthought.
There's Pacheco again with a first down.
a little bit more.
Those are the cards in play. Who do you think gets the win and why?
Can someone talk to me?
That's what you put in the comments section, where you'll find lots of great stuff.
Oh man, it's gonna be a great one.
Okay, panel of 10, let's go.